It's hard to get out of these relationships. I mean, it's like they come straight from the enemy, right? And it's sad because they're a puppet for the enemy. When you're a puppet for the enemy, you're doing everything that he wants you to do. And at the end, you know, you're going to be the one rising. But be careful of these people who are trying to show up in your life. Not even narcissistic exes. It can be friends. It can be old coworkers, old bosses, old business partners. And you're like, I'm not reconnecting with you. No. You don't even have to say that. You know, you can say how you're doing and say your piece. But when you're going up, you can't be having old people coming back around your life to try to disrupt what God is trying to do. So out with the old and in with the new. The narcissist thought that they were going to destroy you. You know, when they met somebody like you, you know, and what a narcissist does, they love vulnerable people. You know, when I met my narcissist, I mean, I was so vulnerable. I was always going through something. Every time I met a narcissist, I was always going through something. You know, I had a job, a car, got everything going, but I wasn't mentally sane there. You know, it was always something I was going through. I would talk to him about, you know, whoever I was dating. But they love vulnerability. They want to seek somebody out who is weak-minded. But for some of you, they thought you were weak-minded. They didn't know who they were dealing with until later on. So now that you got out of this relationship, you know, it's like they have let me say this. This is for the people who have kids by a narcissist, right? Look, it's like in their mind, they're like, man, I can ruin her life forever. I can ruin his life forever. But you got to get to a point when you show them that, no, that's not going to happen. It's not going to go the devil's way, y'all. It's going to go God's way. It's going to go God's way. Let them think whatever. God is your protector. You know, I know you have kids by the narcissist, but God is your true protector. He is your true defender. When I say you don't have to say anything to these people, and whatever these people plot on you, God will not let it happen. He's not going to let it happen. I don't even need you to worry about that. You know, many of you are walking curse breakers, and the enemy doesn't like that. So the enemy is probably using that narcissist to come into your life all the time, to try to disrupt your peace, to try to disrupt your flow, to try to disrupt your routine. But the more you stay close to God, the more God will give you fire and boldness to stand strong. You're a survivor, and I need you to stay a survivor. Stay a survivor. But I wanted to make this video to help each and every one of you. Just make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Many of us, we came from narcissistic family members, you know. Many of us, we could never get a word out. Even through childhood, we can never get a word out about what we wanted. Every time we said an opinion, you know, the opinion was twisted, and, you know, we got in arguments and stuff like that. So this has been following us since we were a child, y'all, right? But I love that, you know, now you have to get to a point when you start embracing who you are. Embrace that you went through that. Get to a point where you have no regrets. Because there's somebody out there who needs what you have to say. There's somebody out there that needs your wisdom. So when you went through all of that, maybe God was just giving you the wisdom to get somebody else through that. Or maybe he was giving you the wisdom so you won't meet another narcissist. You're a survivor. You're an overcomer. You are a conqueror. And you're going to stay all of these things. You're going to stay all of these things. Get to a point when you know God is with you. You know that you know that you know that God is with you, right? Don't let them back in. Don't let them back in. When you let them back in, that's it. And then when you let them go again, it's just going to be